Lex Luthor was sent to the hospital in a new Superman comic issue number 6, available at your local comic book store. Lex Luthor was rushed to the hospital because of some injuries that happened in the last issue, and as he was being rushed, there's a surgeon that is actually thinking about letting Lex Luthor die. He says, "Would it be so bad if we let nature takes its course?" Now, that that is crazy, but I'm, I, 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 I want to praise this page because you could easily just have that groundbreaking moment, but for Joshua Williamson to write what the next Doctor say is extremely important, and I would love to have more stuff like that inside of comic books because sometimes people just drop crazy things and just leave it as that, but to know that there's actually a good and bad side of these doctors, which is pretty cool to see. He asks the nurse that she did take an oath, and he asks her to leave the room. So luckily, hopefully they fired that nurse, but it was just so cool to see, and it shows the impact that Lex Luthor has. And it's like a real question that somebody would have if somebody evil is approaching this road and you're a surgeon. But another thing about this is it shows that Superman isn't the only person that'll save someone, even if they're as bad. And it's so important to put stuff like this inside of a comic book. And I really hope a movie or a TV show is able to adapt a little scene like this because it's really important. Because Superman, he saves everybody, whatever you have done. Superman's goal is to give hope, and he wants hope. And his surgeon's hope is that maybe that even if we do save Lex Luthor, that maybe he will turn good. And that's all Superman is about. And when Joshua Williamson wrote that page, that is just one page. I immediately got my $5 worth. There's a lot of other crazy stuff that happens inside of that comic book, but whenever that surgeon put that other surgeon in check and chose to save Lex Luthor, it's like if Superman was a nurse, and it's such poetry. And if you click on this video and you've never read a comic book, I highly recommend Superman issue number 6. It's such a good issue. Another thing that is really spectacular about this whole, guys, this is just one page, and it just makes me think about my notes. Doctors are super important inside of the superhero world. They save superheroes a lot more than most people, but saving a villain is something that we really don't see. And how Joshua Williamson wrote this, and how the writers or the artists drew this, and the colorist colored this panel, it was so beautiful and so amazing. And I'm so glad that DC was able to capture this moment, and they delivered, and it was so freaking good. It was so cool. Anyways, I just wanted to share this information with you. Make sure you check out Superman issue number 6. It's been such a fun read. Joshua Williamson gives me hope for Superman, and that's all Superman is about. And it's good to see surgeons giving hope for the rest of people. Let me know if you would save Lex Luthor. I probably wouldn't. Now, if I'm studying to be a nurse, I probably wouldn't make it. But what villain would you save if you wouldn't save Mr. Luthor?
Careful, I got some loved ones that depend on me. Thinking about my pops, cash and clothes, and make it hard to sleep. That's why at 3 a.m. I'm counting money instead of counting sheep. And I ain't stopping till I make it. I got some promises to keep.